Hello and welcome to Aunt Lainey's Kitchen, episode 10. And this is the bonus bite. I left the kitchen and then I came back to the kitchen because I wanted to pay a little homage to my mother and her musical taste. Because you can bet, and this is the days before Spotify, we didn't have Spotify. We had an 8-track player, we had cassette players, we had record players. And, my mom always kind of had her mix. She had her cleaning music and she had her cooking music. And, again, when we were cleaning, it was all about Motown. We were dancing, we were hearing it through the grapevine, doing all that stuff. But when it came to cooking, especially if she wanted to cook something and it was going to take all day, a pot roast, something like that, a turkey, anything like that. She wanted to play her blues songs, right? She wanted to be in the moment. And so, of course, we had to play a little bit of Etta James, right? And so she started off with a little bit of Etta James cassette. And then she would inevitably go to a BB King song because BB King was one of her favorite musicians, just in general. And I can remember feeling so good about myself when I saved up my money for my first paycheck from, working at Kansas State. I worked at one of the cafeterias. And years ago, BB King was there for Parents Weekend. So I bought like 4 tickets and I gave them to my mom. And so that she could, bring people. And so they had a blast. She brought people, they danced, they, were prancing. She used to say dancing and prancing. She was dancing and prancing. And she just had so much fun. And then, when we got older, my sister and I went in, we got her a couple of tickets. I think it was for her birthday. And so she had fun kind of doing that, but that was a little bit of a different situation because she couldn't dance. But when we were growing up, she would dance around the kitchen, singing the songs, or she wasn't the best singer. So sometimes it was a warble or a wail, but you kind of got the idea, you kind of understood, that this music was resonating with her. And it was always great to see her dancing around in the kitchen, stirring up pots, doing that kind of stuff. So of course, we'd have The Thrill Is Gone playing. And then she also liked Bobby Blue Bland, so there would be some Stormy Monday Blues. And then sometimes when they did Bobby Blue Bland and BB King did collaborations together, like Let the Good Times Roll. And then also she liked, ZZ Hill, the Down Home Blues, and she'd really be, acting a fool on that, as they say, just really singing. Sometimes she'd use the spoon as her microphone. And then, of course, there was Bobby Womack and his famous song, If You Think You're Lonely Now. And she would, well, sometimes if we got a little sassy with her, we weren't listening, or we disobeyed her, she would point at us and start singing that song when we were getting in trouble. It's like if she started singing, If You Think You're Lonely Now, wait until tonight. Go, that meant that you were like in a timeout. Like that timeout was coming for you. So you just needed to kind of go sit and accept it. Something else she used to love to dance to when, we're cleaning up the dishes. She'd put on some Stevie Wonder, some Superstition, and we'd be dancing around. Well, again, as little kids, I mean, we did more dancing than we did cleaning sometimes, but it was still a lot of fun. And my mom made everything fun. Everything was an adventure with her. And, cooking, why should that be any different? And I'm so lucky. My sister and I were so lucky we got to listen to great musicians growing up, and we really got an appreciation for the blues and other music such as rock and some country. She listened to some country too, but mainly she was all about her blues and her R&B, and she will definitely be missed. But the good news is I still have her playlist saved, and so I'm having a feeling that I will be playing this, for definitely the months to come, when I want to feel close to her and I am in the kitchen. And on that note, thanks again for stopping back by for this bonus bite. And you guys take care, everyone, and huge hugs from Aunt Lainey's Kitchen.